that 13 Marcellus Shell Bill, which was put in place, and the primary purpose of that was to take tax revenue from the production of natural gas to help municipalities that are being impacted by natural gas drilling. Emergency services, infrastructure, roads, similar things like that. However, as I'm sure Mr. Eichelberger can tell you, that the appellate court, struck down part of that because there's other people that want the money other than those that are truly impacted. So, when you look at our legislative maps and what we have for the representative in the districts, you'll see about 35 of them down in Philadelphia. You'll see about 20 of them out in Pittsburgh. And then you'll see everybody else in the middle. So, there's definitely other people have ideas of what they can be doing with our money. The environmental impacts are one thing. We obviously want to make sure that we do everything properly, but we want to make sure that we don't regulate ourselves into poverty. I listen to a radio show frequently. It hasn't been on for a little while, but on that show, it basically interviewed business owners. And most of the business owners with large companies, like one of them was Home Depot. And to a man, people that were interviewed on this basically say that there's no way that they would be able to create a business today like they did in the past with the amount of regulation and unfunded mandates that are put in place. So I don't want to be like New York. New York State now is running ads all over the place. If you come to the state of New York, you can start your business up here tax-free for 10 years. Well, I want to know who's paying for the infrastructure, emergency services, roads, things like that when these companies move in for 10 years of tax-free. We know who's doing it. It's the taxpayer. The taxpayer is going to absorb that. And after those tax-free zones, after that elapses, then what happens with the businesses? I would much prefer to see lessening the regulations and the unfunded mandates that are put on these businesses and the municipalities to allow these to go in at a lower cost to begin with, instead of having the taxpayers support these no-tax zones. I was speaking to Mayor Fink last week, and he was telling me the situation that they're in Tyrone. They have the river down there. They're not allowed to get into the river and clean it out. They have trees growing in the river. They have debris from other high water situations and things like that. They're not allowed to clean the river. So what do? FEMA comes in, and they says, well, we're going to rezone everything and change all the floodplains. So it basically renders parts of the municipality, economically unviable. And we all know that what FEMA now is the insurance rates for flood insurance and where they're going. And you see the same thing right here in Roaring Springs. I know there's some properties here in Roaring Springs that are uninhabited now because of the change. So it would be really nice, I think, that if we don't have the top-down government like we have right now, that we need to bottom up, that we need to have people that basically understand what the day-to-day needs of the average citizen is, instead of people sitting in their ivory towers making decisions for everybody else, because it makes them feel good, but in reality, it benefits no one. I know in the Roaring Springs Borough here, Mr. Eichelberger helped on that, where they mandated a new sewer line go in at $20-some-odd million. And after continuing the fight with the borough council, they were able to reduce it down just a little bit more than $2 million. So it's kind of funny how these mandates come out and nobody really has any practical experience or understands the unintended consequences of what these are. And I have to say that the individual closest to the need is the one that really should be making these decisions. Necessity is the mother of invention. So I'll go a little bit on to